Hello everybody, Little Link here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Hope by American rapper NF. So NF is by far my all-time favorite rapper, and I always knew about his biggest hit song titled Let You Down, but I never became a fan of him, let alone know about his name, the name NF, until I found someone in a comment section, a YouTube comment section, talking about him, and the first song that I heard was The Search, and I instantly became a fan of it. The Search is still one of my favorite NF albums, and even song in general. It's just a really amazing album. I honestly don't really know what to say. I haven't really listened to it in a long time. I just remember I absolutely loved the album. I probably should have listened to some of his albums before I made this review, but oh well. A quick side note, I actually bought two signed Hope CDs for my friend and I, because they were actually really cheap. So, uh, now that we are here at his newest album, Hope, how is the album? Well, I'll be honest, I feel very let down by this record. I really came in thinking I was going to absolutely love this record because of the two singles he released before the album came out, that being Hope and Motto. I love both these tracks. I actually did a review for both of them, which you should check out after this review. Hope feels like something that he's done, but better and adding some new flavor and new things to it. I like a lot the way the song progresses throughout. It's like you're watching a movie, like what a lot of NF stuff does. But this feels more like he's improved at it. Motto definitely feels very experimental in his sound, which I really like. I think it's something that NF sort of needs to do. I definitely understand the biggest criticism on this album being it just feels like he's doing the same thing. And while I do definitely agree with it to an extent, I'm one to sort of just kind of accept it for what it is. But I would really love to see NF move in a different direction. And I do like what Motto does with its sounding a bit different from other songs. However, despite the fact that I love both these tracks and I think they are very high quality tracks, we honestly get a record here that fails in any decent quality that was always present on previous records. I think this album has a very strong start up until track 6, Pandemonium, where everything just goes downhill. Happy While Being Sort of Cheesy is a song I definitely appreciate and is by far one of my favorite tracks, if not my favorite track. It's either that or Mama, which is an amazing song, and I do like how he's a bit more open towards his Christian lyrics. I did kind of miss the fact that The Search and Clouds didn't really make many references to his faith. That's one thing I absolutely loved. The first three albums is how he made a lot of references, or how he talked a lot about God, even if there wasn't tracks dedicated to that. I still always appreciate it, and I like how on this album there are more songs in which he does talk about God. I had a friend tell me that How Could You Leave Us, which was on his sophomore/third album. I'm still not sure if Moments is considered an album or just a mixtape. But anyways, he told me that he said he wouldn't forgive his mom on that track. And How Could You Leave Us is probably one of his best songs. I never really listened to it very much because the song is just so sad. It's just kind of hard to sit through. But on the track Mama, he talks about how he hopes his mom is happy, implying that he forgives her. I mean, even on the song Hope, the opening track, he does say that he forgives his mom, which kind of shows an evolution. And I like that. That's something I always loved about NF, and why I think listening to his albums is very important if you want to get the bigger picture of everything. So now let's talk about the bad, which is a lot of the album. Let's start with good old track 6, Pandemonium. This is probably the worst song on here. His flow and vocals are really, 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 really bad. I am also not really a fan of the lyrics here. I just can't get past the way he raps on this track. It sounds so. I don't even really know how to describe it. You can check it out yourself if you want to, but the following track, Suffice, is one where there are some good things about it, like how it kind of switches itself up a little bit, but most of it is just not good. The beat and the bass line are really, really generic. It just sounds generic and unoriginal. It's just like every other sound out there for rap music. I mean, it just, there's nothing to really get interested by because you kind of have heard it. It sounds like you've heard it a million times. I honestly don't have much to say about the rest of the album because it's just so lackluster and forgettable, even if I do appreciate some of the lyrics and his sincerity for a lot of the tracks, even on this album, and even the ones that are just forgettable. Honestly, that's one thing I've liked about NF, is how sincere he is on every track he's made. It sounds like he pours his heart and soul, but sometimes it just comes off as boring or just, not interesting and whatnot. Now, this could be due to the fact that I don't relate to some of these tracks, but still, I mean, even in a sense, I just don't really find the tracks to be outstanding or like something new, if that makes any sense. One other thing I will note is some of these tracks, particularly Careful and Pandenomian, no, I mean, okay, whatever. Anyway, those two tracks, they feel like such braggy, hateful songs. Like he's kind of a jerk in those songs, and I just don't like those tracks when he's like bragging about himself in a way. I don't mind tracks like Clouds, because it feels, or even Motto, because it feels more like a sort of, I mean, particularly Clouds, it feels more like a stop, like leave me alone sort of way. Um, like, let me do what I want to do and stuff. Motto feels a little more like he's trying to talk about the problems with the current music industry in a way. It definitely kind of feels a bit like he's being a bit of a jerk, but not quite, at least to me. But yeah. Anyways, I think I'll give this album a 2 out of 5. Hope you guys enjoy this review. Hope you guys enjoy this review. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more reviews like this. Let me know what your thoughts are of the album in the comments below. But yeah, see ya.